Good morning. We are looking out in Fargo, out toward the north and west at some cloud cover overhead here in the FM Metro. We're looking at some conditions that are going to kind of go downhill as we work our way through the day on this Monday, the second day of March, with some snow and potentially a little bit of rain on the way. So more spring-like weather to coordinate with our change of the seasons. And spring is here. We did start meteorological or climatological spring on the 1st. It's what we consider spring here in the weather world is March, April, and May, these 3 months, because we typically see some of our more spring-like weather during those months. Our seasons are defined more by the calendar than by the sun and the tilt of the earth. Or we, of course, talk about that astronomical spring starting with the spring equinox later this month on the 19th. Well, we often experience the weather before those equinoxes and solstices. As we know, in June we start to experience the summertime weather before we reach the solstice. So that's one of the reasons why it also just kind of helps us to compare our seasons from year to year if we select 3 specific months on the calendar. So a little bit of info for you about why we call March 1st the first day of spring. And we're getting that spring-like weather this week here with that chance for a little rain, warmer temperatures. This morning we're starting off into the 20s in the south and east, some low to mid 20s. Over to the west, it's a lot cooler. We're at about 5 degrees in Langdon. That's definitely the cold spot. Halleck also in the single digits at 9 degrees right now, 19 in Fargo, 13 in Grand Forks. The wind at this point, not too bad. A couple of places with wind speeds in the teens. It will pick up yet again today. We're looking at some stronger winds getting going as a clipper moves in. Right now, we're pretty quiet on the radar and satellite map, but we have to look out to the northwest to see that there's some snow in parts of Canada, and that's all heading our way. With that, the wind too. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour planner through the morning hours. Increasing cloud cover here in the valley. This is 9 a.m. And then heading closer to the noon hour, we start to see that chance for some snow develop more into the northwestern part of our viewing area first. So up by Devil's Lake, your lunch break could feature some flakes there. Temperatures on the way up. And notice all these arrows. Those are our wind arrows indicating some stronger gusts, 20s to 30 miles per hour coming up as we start off the afternoon. So heading home from work and school today, going to be a lot different experience than going into work and school. You're going to need a little bit of protection here from the snow, and you're going to need to give yourself plenty of time to get home with that snow coming down. This is 2:30. You can see right in the heart of the valley we're dealing with that. Then it starts to press eastward into that 4 o'clock hour this afternoon. Temperatures into the 30s for many places, some of us above freezing. So accumulations might be more on some of those colder surfaces. Roads may just get wet or perhaps a little bit slushy here for the afternoon. And then heading into tonight, we get some warmer air mixing in with that, and we see that potential for a little rain, and that's in that green area there for us for this evening. So we can't rule that out as we head into the nighttime hours for tonight. That starts to roll eastward. We're still looking at some strong winds, so visibility will be down as this rolls through. And then overnight, our chances wind down, though we can't rule out snow completely here in the forecast over the next few days. Snowfall potential, most areas just getting a dusting to less than an inch. Again, some melting happening in spots. And then in northwest Minnesota, we're looking at about an inch of snow potentially, maybe even up to 2 inches of snow there. So here's a look at your 7-day planner. Tomorrow we get a little break, though we can't rule out a few flurries. And then heading into Wednesday and Thursday, another round of some light snow, maybe some rain mixed in yet again. And then toward the end of the week, warming things up for the weekend, and another round Sunday and into Monday. So getting a little more active as we're warming things up.
Wow, but definitely warming things up. So
yes.
Some give and take. Thank you, Lisa.
Coming up next, which 2 airlines are nixing Italy from their flight list due to the spread of the coronavirus?